Miscellaneous minds, never explaining the minds. Devilish grin for my alias, aliens who respond. Peddling sin, thinking maybe when you get old you realize I'm not gonna fold or demise. I don't smoke crack, motherfucker, I sell it.
What is going on, everybody? This is the Miscellaneous Minds podcast. I'm your co-host, Boom El Gato, the cat that hands your featherweight title back. And to my left over here is the main man, Sustanero, the man that makes the fat stacks. Together we form the dynamic duo that won't die. Deadly ideas, but spicier content than your girl's OnlyFans.
What is going on, everybody? Before we get into tonight's topic, please make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit, and with that, let's get right into it. So, as my man here said, we have a featherweight title fight on our hands. Ilia Topuria coming in as a champion, going up against Max Holloway, everybody's favorite fighter. Listen, this is going to be a great fight. If I'm being honest with you, Ilia has been comfortable playing the villain. Ilia has been comfortable taking on these scores and scores of haters. In the MMA fandom, the MMA world, I think he's going to try to wrestle Max Holloway. And listen, that's a disappointment. I'll say that why. Because I would love to see these two dudes really, throwing them heavy blows and throwing them punches and really getting to the top of who really is the BMF. Now, I know the BMF isn't on the line. But given who these two dudes are, or at least claim to be, I feel like that would be the best case scenario. Now, don't get me wrong. Ilia Topuria has been looking great in the way that he's been doing with the striking. I think, obviously, his decimation of Volkanovski is proof of that. With that being said, listen, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it honest here. Can he do that with Max Holloway? I don't know, man. Max Holloway has a granite chin. Max Holloway has proven that he's going to give it just as good as he takes it. So I don't think it'd be in Ilia's best interest to try and go that route, which is why, unpopular opinion, I think the man's going to try and wrestle. Now, listen, this is going to be, I say it very frequently when we're talking about these types of matches. Do you want to look good or do you want to win? If he wants to look good, he'll go in there and he box it out with Max Holloway. If he wants to win, he should wrestle. Listen, there's nothing that would really lead me to believe that a heavy wrestling style should be implemented, heavy grappling style should be implemented. But the fact of the matter is, I think Ilia is more than willing to be a villain as long as he gets his point across, what he wants done. As long as he gets that across the finish line, I think Ilia is that guy. I don't think Ilia is above disappointing everybody as long as he gets his. If you look at the way that he comes off in his post and how he talks about, it's really about him. He wants to be the next Conor McGregor, whether it's through sheer force of pissing people off, whether it's through showboating, whatever it may be. He wants to be that dude. Now, I don't think he's that dude, but he wants to be that dude. So with that being said, I wouldn't be surprised if he really went the unpopular route to try and get this win. If he's a man, if he's a BMF like he claims he wants to be, then he absolutely should keep it on the ground and box it out with my man Holloway. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Despite that me saying that I feel like he's going to go wrestle, I'm going to pick Max Holloway to win. I wouldn't be surprised if Ilia pulls some stuff, what I just said, but I want to believe that they're going to go toe-to-toe, and I want to believe that my man Max Holloway is going to come out the victor. What do you think about that, my man?
Listen, man, it's Max Holloway has been looking phenomenal as of late. Again, we saw that recent war that he had with Justin Gaethje. Again, Max Holloway has been on a recent tear, I think following a one loss that he had a couple of years ago, and it's an important loss that I'll get back to in a second. But Ilia Topuria has also been on an absolute tear, and if I'm going to be honest, I think the tear has actually been much more significant in damage compared to Max Holloway. Now, I want to bring up that loss because I feel like it's an important one because they fought the same person, the same exact person, and it was a different result for both of these men. That one man is Alex Volkanovski. Ilia Topuria actually KO'd him in his most recent fight. When Max Holloway lost, he lost to Alex Volkanovski via I think it was a unanimous decision. So, that being said, I think Max Holloway is the absolute man. He's been on a recent comeback ever since that loss. Again, it was a good 4 or 5 W's in his under his belt. But given the fact that they both fought the same man and one of them underperformed, leads me to believe that Max Holloway is the man. But I don't think he's that man to be Ilia Topuria. Now, you do bring up a good argument as to whether or not if Ilia Topuria is actually going to defend it like a real man, or if he just wants to defend it just by again, making impressing the judges, going for his wrestling, and making sure that he looks dominant in the entire fight, which I'm not gonna lie is a reasonable assumption that he's going to make. And again, at the end of the day, it's Max Holloway that needs to impress the judges, not Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria just needs to defend the belt for as much as he can. Again, as far as champion goes, you do have that advantage of you have the belt. You're already looking good. You just have to continue looking good for the entire fight, which I do think, unfortunately, Ilia Topuria is gonna do. I do agree with you on that point, and I think it's for that reason that I think Ilia Topuria is going to defend the belt. Max Holloway is that guy. I just don't think he's going to be all the way that guy to take down Ilia Topuria's wrestling.
Fair enough, my man. Fair enough. Listen, again, this is gonna sound bad. I wouldn't put it past Ilia Topuria to play dirty. And what I mean by play dirty is, again, not be the stand toe to toe. And the reason why is we all saw what happened when Justin Gaethje stood toe to toe with Max Holloway. It didn't work out great for Justin Gaethje. Again, when it comes to really being a fighter that puts himself out there, that really does it for the fans, Max Holloway is that dude. So I kind of feel like if Ilia Topuria was to play Max Holloway's game, Max Holloway would absolutely win. So if you're Ilia Topuria going into this and you're all about you're all about the way you want to get things done, why would you play Max Holloway's game? It doesn't make any sense. I don't think there's anything in Ilia Topuria's character and his nature and who he is that would make me think he's going to go in there and really try to follow the Max Holloway plan. So I feel like he is going to try and maybe do more of a grappling, more of a wrestler type style. Again, I know there's some people going to say, what the hell are you talking about? Why would he grapple? Why would he? I get it. That being said, listen, this is my opinion only because it serves the purpose of what Ilia Topuria wants to do. And I feel like because of who he is, he's a very selfish guy. He's a very, I don't want to say confident, very cocky, but he's very cocky in what he wants, not what anybody else wants. So that's my prediction. As the fight gets closer, we will absolutely do another recap. We'll go through it and we'll kind of make our picks as time goes by, as we get closer to the fight. But we wanted to kind of give our not so much initial, but our first take on what we believe is going to happen. And with that, make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit, and
Until next time, get rest and stay blessed. We'll see you in the next one.